Welcome back to my rabbit hole and welcome back to the first currently inked of 2025 on this channel. I haven't done a currently inked video for quite some time. I also didn't write it down during the time just for myself, so I was like, okay, I definitely want to do this again. As you can see, my planty plant is with us today as well. Here are my pens, and these are the two notebooks that I will write my currently inked lists in. On the left side we have, as usual, the Rhodia notebook. It's, I think, called the Rhodia Rama notebook, and it has cream paper. And on the right side there is a no-name whatever paper journal that my grandma gifted to me when I was a child, and this is the best paper I have come across. Yeah, I think like ever, like 3.5 years since I'm in this hobby. This has been the best paper, and I can't find it. I don't know which paper it is. I'm just happy to use it from time to time for my currently inked. So let's start. As you can see, the tray from this I got from the Dutch pen show, and this tray is from Tokyo Crafts. Toyo. Oh my gosh, now I can't remember. Okay, I'll put it down below in the description box. I can't. That's so funny. I can't remember right now. My brain just went black. But okay. As you can see, what I actually wanted to say is that there are 6 spots and I have 7 pens inked up, so they don't fit. But yeah, this is the only desk tray that I have, and I love it. So they're still in there, I guess. So we will start with a pen that is inked up for the longest. This is the Sailor Pro Gear Slim in Manyo nuts. It has this adorable finial, and when I open it, it has also, like the finials, back and top finials, the grip section is also transparent yellow. And I don't know what it is about this pen. It's a bit odd, but it's so amazing. I just love it so much. So how do I want to do this today? I actually don't know yet. Okay, I'll just do it however I feel. The Rhodia cream paper is definitely not the same, I must say. It's not the same as the dot pad paper. The cream paper behaves quite differently to the dot paper, and I definitely prefer the dot pad paper. My current journal is with the paper. I've bound that journal myself, and I'll link the video up above and down below because I just love it. I just absolutely love it. And yeah, I showed you when I set it up, when I actually switched my journals. So if you haven't seen that yet, you can check that out. But now to my currently inked. So as I just said, this is the Sailor. Oh my gosh, this pen writes so amazing. Professional Gear or Pro Gear Slim in Manyo nuts, and it has a medium nib, and the ink is Sailor Manyo Shirakashi. So The nib is definitely one of my most favorite ones out of my collection. And now I want to show you how it performs in this paper, because the difference is quite feelable, but I also think visible. Maybe not with this nib, because this is just amazing. Sailor Pro Gear Slim in Manyo nuts. And the ink I'm using actually was in the set included with this pen. I have used different inks as well in this pen, but I seem to come back to this ink. It's just a perfect combination. Maybe I can show you, because I actually have my other ink journal up here. Let me see. Maybe I need to search for a moment off cam. So when did I buy it? I bought this pen in 2022 in November, beginning of November. So I guess this was around Fountain Pen Day, maybe one day before Fountain Pen Day. And then it's my number 33. So whoever saw my ink journal flip throughs knows. And here you can see the list that I've inked this pen up with yet, or so far since I got it actually. So in 2022 when I got it, I inked it with the same ink twice. Actually, I didn't write it here, but I re-inked this as well last time, but I actually don't know, or do I know? Maybe I know and I just need to look. Combinations. So I inked it up here, but this was not the second time. Maybe I just forgot to write that down. Can that be? Normally I don't, because no, I just forgot it. So in between, I don't know when I inked this up a second time. I definitely know that. So maybe I will indicate it here again. Just without any date. Yeah. Okay, that was a bit of a tangent, but as you can see, I have inked it up with Lidate from Shirakashi, and I don't know, I liked it, but not as much. And afterwards, I went with Sela Manyo Ume, which also, like Lidate, was also a sample. And oh my gosh, Sela Manyo Ume, if you love dark reds, try it. I only have a sample until now, because I have so many dark red inks, so I don't need it, but it's freaking, like, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. It also has a golden sheen to it, but somehow with this pen, Shirakashi, just, I don't know, it's just perfect. It's just perfect. Okay, let me get to the second pen, because I could talk about this pen all day. The second pen isn't that different to that, I guess. So what we have here, let me quickly do a little square. What we have here is the Twsbi Eco in Smoke Rose Gold with a fine nib, and in it is Diamine Ancient Copper. And oh my gosh, this combination is just perfect. It's just freaking perfect. I can't, like, I just can't unink it. I just can't. And I prefer the nib of this pen over my Diamond 580 nib, which is also a fine, and well, which I have destroyed, I must say, sadly. I wasn't happy with the flow of the I can't write and talk at the same time. Let me quickly finish the writing and the scribbles and the smear tests. Oh my gosh, see, this is perfect. This is just absolutely perfect. So what happened to my Diamond 580, which is also in smoke rose gold, is I wasn't happy with the nib. The Eco nib is so much wetter. It's just perfect, you know, and I wanted the other pen to be that. So I foolishly thought, oh, come on, I can do this. It seems so easy to do, to make it wetter and also to make it smoother. So I put some shims to it, and I tried to floss the tines, and I did, and everything was okay until then. But then I somehow must have bent one tine, and it got scratchy, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to fix that. And a while ago I bought some mesh, like some really fine how do you say, sanding, not pads, like micro mesh, and I put the nib to it, and I just couldn't fix it. I just couldn't fix it, and I'm so sad. So right now it's in my drawer. The Diamond 580 needs to have a nib grind, a tune and smooth session from a nibmeister at the Dutch Pen Show, because no, I just ruined it. I definitely ruined it. So if you want to do it yourself, please don't do it like I do. Please just, I don't know, watch a hell of a lot of tutorials, or just send it to a nibmeister, because what I did wasn't good at all. But I plan to put it, like, to get an appointment at the Dutch Pen Show for somebody to fix it, and I hope that a nibmeister can just make it as lovely as this nib, because the Eco nib, I don't know why, it's so good, just so good. The next pen which I have inked is the Kaweco AL Sport. This is the aluminum version in black of the Kaweco Sport, and I think I got it last birthday or the year before. I can't remember for sure, but it's so good. It's like the nib is amazing. Kaweco AL Sport in black with a fine nib, and in it is Diamine blue black. So you might say this is a boring ink, but I just love that ink, and this nib is so good. So good. We have the, oh, that's not a K. Kaweco AL Sport in black with a fine nib. Of course, it's a steel nib. And Diamine blue black. Nice. Really cool pen. Let me quickly take a sip. Okay. This pen is so special to me. So this pen I actually got at the Dutch pen show, which I've mentioned before. And oh my gosh, this writes so wet. Oh, why is this? Why did I do this smaller? Let me quickly fix that. I don't like how this looks. So I got the Pilot Vanishing Point. This is the limited edition from 2020. I always forget the full name, but it's the Guilloche Black or so. I got this at the Dutch pen show, and it has a black nib in it, as you can see. Pilot. I call it Capless because that's what it's called in Germany. Pilot Capless limited edition 2020. And it has a medium nib. And this is a gusher, obviously. So in it I have Diamine Writer's Blood. Or is it? I hope I didn't, I'm confused. Or is it Ox Blood? Because it's writing so dark, I can't tell. Oh my gosh. Well, I think I got it wrong. Oh my gosh. Of course I got it wrong. See, it's Ox Blood. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Of course. But as you just were able to see in the writing sample on Tomoe River paper of my ink log, pen and ink log, this ink got quite dark. I haven't used it a ton, I mean this pen, but it has gotten like it is different than before when I first inked it up. Which is a bit, I don't know how to say this. Look at how wet this nib is. I love this nib, though it's a quite round nib, and I feel it's not as defined as other, just as other nibs I have. So I would like this to be a bit more like a stub nib, I guess. And I'm thinking about getting a grind for this nib at the Dutch pen show. Then another Pilot Capless, but this time with a silver colored nib and a completely different ink. This is the Pilot Capless in matte black. This was my very first one, and I love it so much. The nib is perfect in and it's inked with Rohrer and Klingner. How's it called? Altgold-Grün, I think. So really, really nice. I also have the feeling it got a bit darker. So I'm not using all of my pens daily sometimes, and I have a very dry climate in this apartment. They just lay around for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks without being used, just on my desk, because I'm mostly only using one pen per day. This ink is nice. So 2 more to go. The next pen, I love this so much. And I have to talk again about the Dutch pen show because it was such an amazing experience. So this pen, I don't know when I got it, but last year at the Dutch pen show, I got a grind from Annabelle Hiller on this pen, and this is one of my most favorite how do you say, oh my gosh, grinds? Nibs. Nibs, I wanted to say. Oh my gosh, my brain. So this was the pen and ink I wrote my Christmas cards with. So this is the Kaweco Sport in Natural Coconut with a medium stop. I call it that. So it's not the official grind. It had a medium. She ground it to stop for me. I don't feel it's a cursive italic nor a cursive smooth italic, but I actually have never tried a cursive smooth italic. So I only have tried stops and not many of them. And then I have one cursive italic nib from fpnibs.com in Spain. So this is a really smooth grind. This is forgiving. This is not as slicey as other nibs for sure, but it's so beautiful to write with, and for my Christmas cards it was just perfect. This ink is a really standard ink, Pelikan dark green, or in German it's called Dunkelgrün. Really nice. So on the other paper, honestly on this paper, not a lot of nibs feel bad. Most of them feel just amazing. Kaweco Sport in Natural Coconut with a medium stop. And then as I said, from Annabelle Hiller. Pelikan dark green. This is just amazing. As you saw, this pen is quite wet. I asked for this specifically. And then the grand finale of this currently inked, my most recent acquisition. Well, it was a Christmas present. I asked for it because I just couldn't stand it. It's, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It fits in my collection perfectly, just perfectly. So this is the, also in there is a really, really nice ink I really love and I will totally buy a bottle of. This is the Kaweco Collection in Olivine with a fine nib, and in there is KVC, honey, so good, so good, so good. The nib is really nice. I would love to I would love for it to be a bit wetter. I've lost the tines today really carefully, so it already, I think, got a bit a tiny bit more juicy, but yeah, I think I want it even more juicy, so maybe I'll take this with me to the Dutch pen show, but I'm not sure yet. There are other pens that definitely need it before this, or that are higher on the priority list, because this writes really well. And it's the first Kaweco Sport I own with a golden colored nib. I don't know, it's just so beautiful. And look at it next to my precious Sailor Manyo nuts. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yes, I love my pens, I love my inks, and I hope you do too love your collection and you are happy being able to come into your hobby. So I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye.